Once upon a time, there was a very powerful king who ruled a magical, beautiful kingdom. This king had a son named Akpenyon. Akpenyon was greatly loved by his father. His father loved him so much that he gave him 50 young wives. However, the problem was that all of these wives he did not love and could not love. The king was so mad and furious with this that he made a horrible law that if any woman was finer than the prince's wives, her father would be killed, her mother would be killed, and she would be killed. Around the same time, the tortoise and his wife had a daughter who was drop-dead gorgeous. Her name was Adette. One day, the prince was hunting around the area that she lived in, and so he saw a bird. He reached in and he got his arrow and he shot the bird right into its heart. The bird, of course, fell, and he immediately ordered one of his servants to go and fetch the bird and bring it back to him. On the way, when his servant was walking and trying to go get the bird, his servant saw Adette, and he was astonished by her beauty. Immediately, he ran as fast as he could back to the prince, Akpenyon, and told him about this beautiful girl. Then, afterwards, Akpenyon wanted to see this beautiful girl for himself. So he went to the girl, and the second he laid his eyes on her, he was absolutely astonished. He immediately fell in love with her. They sat down for several hours and hours and hours, and in the end, they finally agreed that he had to marry her, and she accepted his request. The next morning, as a marriage settlement, Akpenyon sent the tortoise, Adette's father, several riches like 300 rods, many cloth, treasure, and other beautiful things. The tortoise also accepted his request in marrying Adette. However, all of this was concealed away from the father, because if the king found out, it would be insane. And that is actually what happened, because every day for 5 years, Akpenyon kept on seeing Adette, and he grew more and more and more in love with her. And he just couldn't be away from her for a second. He finally had to inform his father about the fact that he disobeyed him. When he did so, his father did go crazy and he went berserk. The second he found out, he ordered one of his servants to arrange a discussion in the marketplace where everyone in the kingdom would have to go. Then, in the discussion, the king ordered one of his attendants to bring the girl Adette before him. And the second he saw her, he was also astonished by her beauty and decided that his son, Akpenyon, actually made the right choice in wanting to marry her. Therefore, in the end, the king decided to take off the law, and when he did so, Akpenyon and Adette married each other and lived happily ever after.